Yeah, me too.
You got it.
It's like I'm seeing a universe from its side.
Yep. I'm see there I'm given a yep, I'm actually outside the earth,
Right.
from a universe from an outside earth perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And they're telling me I had two things. One thing is about to remember it's a dialogue.
Mm.
And they say, and this is a different, this is not column, this is like a an entity is saying, not saying, but communicating to me that um, dialogue that he, it, she, he is saying to me that we expect these pronouncements, this kind of one-way declarations, and he said that's not the way it works.
Uh-huh. We have
Um,
to we have to go meet them.
well, we have to be in dialogue,
Okay. All right.
and that the receptivity to dialogue is the most important aspect of communication,
Hmm.
because they will not, he is saying that it's not appropriate to bang us over the head, that
Yeah.
and that's why he's saying that's why I'm particularly open to that, because I experience it as playful,
Yeah.
and that's, he likes that, he likes
So
that.
is
Mm.
is that what you were seeing? Is that what you were seeing when you saw
He's,
the
yeah, 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 he's saying to me, yeah. And he's also pointing out that it was a sort of an opening. In other words, it started as a, now words are going to get a little flippy here, but as a conservative, like this is the way it always is, the stars are fixed in the sky. And
Yeah.
then they started, a couple of them started dancing around, and then they were fixed again. And he's saying that the way it was presented to me is that it's not a one-way street. In other words, it doesn't start moving and then never stop.
Right, right.
It,
So
yeah.
I'm just curious to ask, like, does the universe communicate with all of us in this way? So, for example, or a different way. So, does that example, does spirit speak to Penny in a particular way?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
can tell us how?
Well, it depends. It depends on the vessel, V group vessel.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. It depends a lot. There's there. He's showing me neural networks.
Mm. Mm.
So, and they're, firing, and little like sparkles, like electronic impulses,
Yeah.
that move along synapses. And
Mm.
so he's showing me a very basic, sort of biological scene with dopamine and serotonin, and, these kinds of, now he's showing me harmonic and hormonic. He's,
Mm.
yeah, that those. Something about hormone. Wait, now I'm getting confused with my words. Hormone, hormones, harmony. Well, you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a, it's like that mantis, Penny. It's the sound. It's like, oh, he's, whoa. Anyway, okay, I got
It's
to pull back. This is a
is
little,
it based on frequency?
yeah, yeah. That's the emanation, comes from this vibrato, of, and I can feel it running through my body right now. He's showing the energy. When you feel the energy, the shivers, that
Yeah.
the energy tickles. That's that.
All right.
Mm,
So, and feel free to work in the way with the energy that
yeah,
you're talking. Yeah, it's okay to step back just a little bit and go slowly in. I
right.
kind of I'm there at the opening and I can go through if I want. But in the spirit of dialogue, I want to ask you, Penny, what you would say about, well, maybe we could ask this first. Who is the spirit that you're speaking to? What name do they go by?
Well, he the first thing that came into out was Gollum. But there's a kind of there's associations with that name, but actually he's giving me that, and he's telling me, he's saying, like, you guys are really prejudiced.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we make silly prejudices.
and and he's saying let's go with Gollum,
Okay,
because he's saying that is a practice in itself,
right.
because then you can start to embrace what you feel is grotesque,
Mm,
a-
yeah, okay.
and it's not. These are
Yeah,
your prejudices.
yeah, yeah.
So he's like, let's work with that.
Good.
Yeah.
So, Penny, what do you think? Or are you getting messages about this?
Um, so I know that my guides are around me. I
Yeah,
know that my Reiki guides are with me.
yeah,
I know that the information that I'm looking for, um, if it is posed in a question, I
hmm,
can have that dialogue. I know
okay,
prejudices, I understand that we have them. However, we are human, and in a lot of ways, they are more or less a perspective that we have learned
yeah,
for a period of experiences and time.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not, it's usually a perspective isn't a fly by night kind of thing,
Right,
but
right.
we all have them,
Hmm.
one way or the other.
So, when we speak about this, just again about the dialogue, are are your guides sort of like online right now, or are they sort of aware of them but not pronounced aware? What's your experience now?
My guides are around me, and I am definitely and completely in contact.
Okay. Mm, hmm.
Do
Well,
you
I
have
think
a question?
I I think it'd be interesting to know about Gollum and where he is, and your guides and where they are.
Mm,
Do they know each other, for example? Is it like,
mm, mm, mm. I from his perspective, he's well aware of them. He there's a he still finds himself in a density perspective.
okay,
He's still, there's a certain, mm, he's showing me, like, it's a question of space.
okay,
It's a question of how coherent the frequency. Now I don't know if that's the right word, but the resonance, the way what happens inside the frequency, if it's held together tight enough, it turns to matter, right? It means it's lower. But if it's allowed to rise and expand, then the spaces between the particles, and I don't know if they're I'm not a scientist. I don't know if they're electrons or protons or what you call them, but those things that entangle,
yeah.
they can go for infinity, right? They still communicate.
So,
That's
Penny,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, but I just want to know, Penny, would your guides say the same thing about Gollum or their experience?
So what I'm getting, they're showing me the clearer you are,
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
more energy that can flow through you.
mm,
Mm,
So if you have a denser matter, the energy doesn't flow quite as
mm,
smoothly or as powerfully strengthened,
Mm.
could be.
Yeah.
So in essence, yes, it is the same answer, just
Mm.
differently spoken.
Okay, great. So I'm kind of curious to say the same thing to Kieran.
Mm.
My friends, we have tuned in to what you have been saying and sharing. Might not allow us to share, for this one shall take a back seat. It is with interest that we notice and we understand of your intention to ask one another about the tuning in to those that you have summoned as your guides. How do we put it? This is not something that you should be curious about, or you have set an intention to sit in this circle, to tune in to your guides and to those that you wish to communicate. And for every single one of you, including this one, the ability to tune in and to find the right resonance to connect is yours to find. For instance, this one, it takes time and a certain emotional condition for her to be able to tune in to us, to be able to compare and to recognize how she would be able to find us. We are always there, but it is your human self and your surroundings that limits, that sometimes disrupts the ability for you and for this one to hear what we have to say. You have your own thoughts of many matters we could feel. But when you seek guidance and wisdom, or perhaps when you just seek our companionship, you need to tune in to the exact frequency, as you may call it. You have set an intention for asking questions and to seek guidance from those that are new. You may do so, but remember, we all come with our own signatures and our energies differ. You will know those that you're comfortable with. And sometimes you will meet those who are passing through. And sometimes collectively, when you sit in circles, as you call it, and we can call it pure, pure concentration of energy to summon those that will be able to guide and answer you. It takes focus of energy, concentrated focus. So dial in your frequency. This one cannot speak for your guides. Neither can we. For you shall know the exact identity and frequency where you will be able to connect. But we recognize that each of you have those that is standing by your side, that is waiting to be able to come through and speak to you. We need not speak in the matter and the manner that you seek now. You will know when you ask, just as this one will understand. When you ask and the connection is made, undiluted, we shall come true. We shall come true. The clutter that we see sometimes was unnecessary. Focus your energy and seek those lights and the streams of energy that you will recognize. You have done this before, connecting your energy to one another to bring in with a single purpose. But bear in mind, each of your guides and each of those that you seek wisdom for and from shall tune into you differently, which is not wrong, which is something you must learn.
Mm.
You are comfortable with those you have met,
Mm.
and yet you seek for those you have not met. It takes time. It takes time. Get comfortable and get to know those that you have called friends, for they then will lead you to other friends. We have spoken.
Thank you.
We shall take a question, if you have, before withdrawing.
May we know to whom we speak?
We have always stood by this one, and we are the collective that this meeting sits with.
Hmm.
Now know this, there is no necessity to put name. You may give us names, and we welcome that.
Mm.
What you will recognize is the energy signature that comes when we communicate with you.
Hmm.
There will be different energy signatures, and we use this term very cautiously, for this medium has recognized perhaps 3 energy signatures that she is comfortable with. Sometimes something new comes, and we realize that she is not ready, or perhaps she is waiting. What you may say a more safer environment, but that is for her to decide. And we advise the same for each of you, dear friends. For you have recognized energy signatures that has come through, and we welcome that.
Mm. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. I
And
just,
we thank you.
mm,
We
mm.
thank you.
May we ask questions?
I shall take another question. You may ask.
I would like to know if the energy that all of us are contacting is the same or similar, or you have said it's a different signature.
That is why we have come through to explain to you. For we felt a diversion of interest and focus. For this one knew, although she had set an intention to connect with the energy that you have set, she was not able. She was not able to tune in to the frequency, the collective frequency that you, or perhaps the leader in this circle, have set. For it takes practice and a pure sense of focus, my friends.
Mm.
For you may have understood how an Ouija board works. No, a focus of energy to one point. For this is possible. So she has gone back and she has communicated with what she has practiced with for the collective that we have come forward. For she is much comfortable with what you see now
Mm.
as us. And as we understand, each of you have those that you are comfortable with in communication. But sometimes when the focus and the frequency that you have is so pure and focused and pinpointed to a particular point, you will find the doors opening for those that you have invited through. So specifications will work, but you may have to be clearer. For there are many, many of us on different realms and for different purposes. For take your steps slowly, my friends. It may be too fast and too soon. And you will know when you are ready.
Maybe ask you about aliens?
Did you see aliens? Or was this a perception that you have made? There are many realms, my friends, and there are many communications and many levels. those from different realms, from places far away. And we shall refrain from the comments of the words that you have used as aliens. For we may be called aliens too.
Mm.
But yes, communication has evolved, and there are those who are able to communicate, who are in real time with you from faraway places. And the point is, are you ready?
Thank you so much. Thank you so
We
much.
shall take our leave,
Mm,
and we thank you.
mm,
We thank you, collective.
mm.